Today we're going to do a very quick video on how to run a stepper motor. So instead of going into the theory on how stepper motors work, the first thing is let's get a stepper motor running and what you're going to need. So there's going to be four things that you're going to need. You're going to need a stepper motor. You're going to need a driver, a microcontroller, and a computer to run your Arduino code. Now, I recommend you get a breadboard as well, because that's going to be useful for laying out your setup, as well as a digital multimeter. You're also going to need a power supply. After you get your stepper motor, what's the next thing? You need a driver. So a stepper motor simply works by having pulses, almost like in a piano, to a specific tune. Usually a bipolar stepper motor has 4 wires, and you go these two on, and so on and so forth. Now, to generate those pulse sequences, you need a driver. You can go with a driver and set up everything on a circuit board, or you could go the full drivers that are all integrated, like this one. There's also hybrid versions, like a Pololu or this other A4988 driver microcontroller. So you can get either one. In this case, we're just going to go with the intermediate version of it. Afterwards, you're going to need your microcontroller. In this case, I just have an Arduino Uno. If you are doing multiple stepper motors at the same time, such as you're creating a CNC machine, there's also units like this that you can mount right on top of an Arduino Uno, and you can use a CNC shield for 4 stepper motors at the same time. And that is right off the shelf. Here's the wiring diagram that goes into connecting all the 4 components. I have also put the code underneath it, the Arduino Uno code. So let's see how this looks like. If I turn on the power supply, so this is how it looks like. Here's your power supply. Here is your stepper motor. It goes to this little driver. FYI, that little driver can get hot. There's a heat fin in there in order to dissipate some of the heat. There is a capacitor in there. That's a 47 microfarad capacitor. You could use 110. That's to make sure that fluctuations in your power supply do not adversely affect your stepper motor. Then you can set it up for micro stepping. In this case, it's just set up as full step. And I'm controlling all of this via the program that's available to you via 2 pins. One of them is for direction, and the other one is to create the pulses. You can also bypass the entire Arduino board and the code if you set up something like the 555 chip, and you set up the resistors and capacitors to make sure that you have the right pulse sequence. Other than that, this is the basic introduction course of getting a stepper motor to work in underneath 5 minutes. Thank you for watching, and make sure to click the like button if you like this video.